Happy New Year. After a few weeks of break and taking some time for family and holidays and things going on, just taking a small break here, we are back with our Ask a Black Belt. And right off the bat, we're gonna hit it with phenomenal questions. And first one comes from Joe B. Job is asking, what are your standards of training, and I'll be happy to share with you what my standards are. But first, let's talk about what standards mean. What does this really mean? Standards of training. So let's start from the simple fact of, listen, we are all here to learn. That's the simple bottom truth. We are all here to learn. We are all here to get better. Different things might have gotten us to jiu-jitsu. Different things might have been a reason why we started jiu-jitsu. But the moment we step on the mat, we are here to learn, to improve, to get better. So better our standards of training are, more we will improve. And what I mean by this is more we focus on improvement, more we focus on getting better, more results we are going to get. And some of you will say, well, listen, I don't want to be a world champion. I don't want to I don't want to compete. I don't want to be maybe perhaps even being black belt is not an objective or a goal for some, and that's all fine. But the moment we are not getting better, this is when we stop doing this. And I think we all can agree with the fact that this is not necessarily even jiu-jitsu related. This is life. This is day-to-day things that we do. If I want to be a good swimmer and I'm not improving with swimming, I'm very likely to quit swimming. Actually, we want to get better. If I want to be a carpenter and I'm stopping to learn and I'm not improving to get better, us as humans, we simply deviate and we go and do something else. We find other things. That's simply because our mind needs to be stimulated. And this is one of the things that is one of the most underestimated things in jiu-jitsu. I think we oftentimes think jiu-jitsu as fun, as hobby, as something that brings us pleasure, and we connect with people, create bonds and community, and that's all great. And I think that's phenomenal. But one of the main reasons why people quit or stop doing, or their mind shifts in different directions, is because we don't improve. We feel that we don't improve. One of the more common questions that instructors are being asked is, I hit a plateau and what am I doing? I'm not improving. This is a first sign of us really starting to think about this. How do we get better? And often, very often, this is one of the most underestimated things, one of the underestimated reasons why people shift away from jiu-jitsu. So where are your training standards? Because those training standards will drive how well you improve, how good you get. And you don't have to be a world champion. You don't have to be some phenomenal competitor. Even if you are a hobbyist, you still want to improve. You still want to get better, because the mind stimulation is as equally important in jiu-jitsu as the physical components that we're trying to improve with our bodies. So what are your training standards? How do you train? And I think that reaches back to outside of jiu-jitsu. What are your standards at home? What are your standards at work? What are your standards every single day? Do you get up and do you make your bed? Do you get up immediately after your clock goes off, or do you just stroll around? Are you purposeful with your morning? Do you find specific tasks do you have then you need to achieve? Do you have a routine every morning? Do you have a routine in the evening? Because see, the purposeful approach to the day sets the tone, and that will have a direct reflection on how your day on the mat is going. If your approach is casual, very likely your training will be casual. And I'm not saying there's no exceptions. I get that. Some of you might think, I love to take my time in the morning, but I am very purposeful with training. And that's fine. Good for you. All I'm saying is that more purposeful we are in our routines, more success we will have. And I'll tell you, this question originated with what is my training standards and how do I train? How do I get better? And I'll tell you, I I work late hours, so I love taking my time in the morning, having my coffee, and going through my routines, and even reading a book, and kind of taking my time before I start the morning. Because I know the moment my morning starts, it really goes, and really goes fast, and I'm hyper focused on things that I need to get done. But I do have an objective every single day. I do have a checklist, and I'm checking the tasks off because things get busy between teaching, running a business, doing podcasts, and doing videos for Roll TV and other things that we do here at the academy, and collaborating with other business owners, and doing just the things that we do every single day, and running things for the staff, and running the business. It gets busy. So being very strategic about what we do is what I do is very important to me. Otherwise, things fall off. Things get fall between the cracks. Things get forgotten, and things get missed. And similar to my training, I'm very purposeful. I have only X amount of time that I can train a week. And doesn't matter for you, it might not matter whether that's 20 hours a week or 3 hours a week. But be purposeful. Come into this specific class and have this specific thing that you're trying to achieve. Go this open training session and have this very specific objective. Maximize your time with what you do and how you do it, and see that keeps your standards extremely high when it comes to the training. As a result of that, your results will be significantly higher. There is nothing more damaging to us as humans as being casual all the time, taking a casual approach to life. It's New Year's. Many of you are making New Year resolution. One of those could be purposeful with your training, maximize your training, and achieve goals that you set for yourself. Keep on training. Peace.